So you have the document right with you. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So I'll just explain what procedure is that we need to follow. So the first thing is, you guys know, right? We when we change the code, we create our own branch rather than making changes on master. So these are all my branches that I've created to fix code or to make any changes on the code. So these are all my branches. So after I make any change to, for example, any of the branch, if I say 5833, what I'll do is, sorry, I'll just do a QA test from my side to see if anything's broken and if it hampers like the user to use the website. So this is the part of QA team that they do. So this was the main point that we need to have our own QA, as Carlos was saying. So the first thing is whenever we do make code changes, you will be testing our branches on our test servers, and then you'll be using the test server to run a QA test on Jenkins. So I'll explain the whole process to you. So, for example, if Askhat comes to you and he says, just like test my branch that is dev 5804. So he'll give you a branch number. We always create a branch. So if I show you an example, so this is the ticket for me. I made some code changes. And after I made the code changes, I opened the ticket with QA to test that particular branch. So my branch here is Harvey Pegasus Dev 5795. So what QA will do is they'll take this branch, they'll deploy it to any of the test servers. So what I used to do is, or I currently do is, I pick up any server. I'll share this link in the group also. I usually test on this server named Lumen 5, which is most of the time free. No one uses it. But yes, we can ask Askhat if there are any dedicated test servers for you guys. So I've sent the link in the group. So what I'll do is I'll come here. I'll first deploy my test branch on this particular test server. So how to do it? I'll click on build with parameters. I'll put my branch name here. So my branch name is, for example, have you guys tested it out? Like looking at the instructions in the that QA doc that I shared with you. Have you guys like tested all this yet?
Not for me, no.
No. Okay. So 5833 was it? Yeah, 5833. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll click on build with parameters. I'll put my branch here, the specific branch I want to test. So I've entered my branch number, which I have a ticket for dev 5833. I'll copy var. Rest, I won't change anything here. Rest is same, everything, the config properties and everything. Now I click on build. So here you'll see that it's starting to build, and that branch will be deployed on this particular test server, that is Lumen 5. So once the branch is deployed, you will see that it's finished here, like it'll load like to the full. And then, so this is our test that is being currently used, and you'll be using the same test. And what I'll do is I'll create two, like two more copies, and so that you can run simultaneously. Otherwise, see, there's one test running, so I can't run a test right now. It'll like just queue it up, and it won't run immediately. So I'll after the call, I'll today create a like new tests for I can say each one of you with like just some different name. So once that branch is deployed, I'll just like show you. Where is yeah. So again, once that branch is deployed, I'll share this link also. I'll put the test server name here. So it was lumen 5 dot testpad dot com. So once I click on build, it'll start like it'll queue up the test because there's already one test running. It'll queue up the test, and what it'll do is you'll see something like, for example, it will be 103, number 103. And if you click on this, this screen will open where you see this tests are like it started to run now. So this has been automatically generated from one of the pipelines that I've created. I'll come that to a bit later. So you'll start seeing this output. It's loading. You see, it's still loading. So you'll start seeing this. So here for the output also, I've shared a document with you day before, or was it Monday? You must have seen all the terminologies and what exactly this means, baseline, etc. You have all that in that particular document to understand what exactly is going on here. So just to give you a bit of like a small information. So you see guest checkout test. So here, like logically, we can think that yes, it's an e-commerce website, so it's trying to do a guest checkout test. So it will open the shopping bag, it will add product, it will try checking out without logging into a account. It will do just a guest checkout. Here you will see which particular URL it clicked on, where it is, everything you'll see here. So you can just go through that document and you'll be able to understand everything that's going on here. So this is one thing. You'll see success. There are three types of uh, outputs. So one is success, one is unstable, and the third one is a failure. Also, in that document, you will see why the test is getting failed, like when it fails, when it gives us as unstable. So there are a couple of things. So when more than two tests fail, it'll give us a failure output. And if I guess it's if one test fail, it'll give us an unstable output. So then you need to go through the output, like where exactly the test got failed, what all things took time. So if you see here, we see an exception here. So you can just maybe ask AI, or you can understand this output, and then you can just say to Askar that this test was unstable, we noticed, and we noticed some exception. You can tell him, so this step is guest checkout. So you can tell him that a guest checkout had a failure, and you can before like telling him you can just do your own a bit of research like what exactly is this that's causing the error. So here the code that I've made here, it'll show the JSPs here, what exactly JSP were broken, but we can't trust this because I still need to figure this out because it's not the exact JSP it's showing, it's something else here. So yeah, you analyze the output, you have the document. Plus, if you feel there are some improvements, you can just tell me that, yeah, Harvey, we can improve this by doing this and this. So and so. So I'll change the code. I'll then again ask you to test it. So this is how like some iterations and we'll make it a bit perfect so that we don't need to reach out to QA for testing and we'll have you to test it. So this is the testing that if someone comes up and say test my branch, which I guess Askat today told me that you should know how to test your like our branches. So let me see. Still loading, that's fine. Did you have an idea now what exactly is like the first part of the QA? You have any questions?
So we are basically testing yours and ASCAD, like depending on the request that we will get.
Yes. So
Then
yes.
are we getting it from Jira or like are you gonna message us on WhatsApp?
Uh Askat said WhatsApp is fine. So you've created a group, right? I'll add Askat. Is Askat already here?
No, it's not there.
So I'll add him and he can just ping in the WhatsApp group that this is my branch. Can you please test it? I'll just ask him after the call that this is how, if you want to take forward, then WhatsApp is fine with us.
How often um do you usually ask for um testing? Like how often?
So that depends how many tasks we have. For exception, maybe one or two a day. Not sure. So it totally depends on how many tasks we have.
Okay. So what about the email that we are getting from
Yes.
Jenkins?
Yeah. So that's the second part. So wait. So the second part was Carlos wanted these two servers, Zoro and Yoda, to be on a particular branch that is Pegasus Askat 5350, and it should have Java 11 version plus TC9, Tomcat 9 version. So what that email that you're getting is on Yoda, it's failing for three things, is it? So basically, I've set up a pipeline which will log into these servers. So every hour, so odd hour is, I guess, Zoro. Every odd hour, the pipeline will automatically start, trigger, and it will log into Zoro. It will check all these three things, validations. So if it's having Java version 11 plus TC version 9 and this particular branch, it will trigger the pipeline. That means it will trigger the test. The test I just showed you, right? And you saw that the one test was already running automatically. This one, which is now success. This is on which server is this? Zoro. So every odd hour, even hour, sorry, you'll see a pipeline running for Zoro because it's satisfied or it validates all three things are on that particular server. So Zoro is having version 11, Tomcat 9, and this particular branch. So it will proceed with the test. And once the test is complete, we all will receive an email from Jenkins with the result. So, see, just now this test got over and we received an email text execution successful. And the result was success. So,
Okay, so
for, yeah.
if it is successful, we don't have to do anything about it. But what if it failed?
Yeah, so if it fails, what you will do is you will hop on to this link. I'm not sure why it's not opening here. It should, okay, it's good. It's opening. So you just need to click on this view test job console and you will be redirected to this link. You'll see the output here. You'll see it was run on Zoro, etc., etc. And this is the output. So when if it's failing, you just need to see where it's failing. If it's unstable, what tests took time. So things like that. If I show you an example of a failure test, uh, I think I have an example. So basically, you just have to come to that particular server. You'll see what exactly failed there. This is a failure. Yeah. See, this is a failure test. This is from, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. So, for example, if you see a failure, you'll come here, you'll see the output, and you'll see what exactly is wrong here. You see a lot of exceptions here to bag. Something is wrong here for documentation on this error, etc., etc. You'll see some exceptions, you'll see some slow tests, and then you can reach out to us for that this particular test failed because this guest checkout was slow or guest checkout failed or we saw some exceptions, etc., etc.
Can you?
when it's
Oh,
failing.
okay. When it has the X, that's the part that failed.
Sorry?
The parts has the X. That means those are the parts that failed.
Yes, yes, yes. That means this failed. Sort test failed. Price filter test failed. So that I've made it like the output. I've made it very easy for you to detect where the test failed. Also, if you have any improvements, you can tell me that yes, we can improve here, and I'll try to make the code changes. So you now have an example of a failure test. So why Yoda server is failing currently is because it's not satisfying all the three validations. Because on Yoda server, still, I believe it's like the older version of Java. So 1 hour ago, we received this email, pipeline failed. So this means the test wasn't run at all because either Yoda is having the old server or the branch we require, it's not on this particular server. That's why it's failing. So it's not even running the test. So if I show you, here's the pipeline that's triggering it. I think you don't need to understand like what's happening here. That's fine. It's just checking all the validations if it's having, see all the validations passed, Java version, Tomcat, and the branch. That's it. This particular pipeline is triggering the tests on Yoda and Zoro. Go on that server. It'll see if the so in even hours it's Zoro. It'll even in even hours it will trigger the pipeline. It will go to the Zoro server. It will see if all these three validations are passed. It will run the QA test. Otherwise, it will just fail. It will send us an email. This is the second part of QA, the one that Askar is expecting for you to report him. Just for the practice, what I can do is, so I'm working on some code changes currently, and I can share some branch names in the group. You can just test those branches and see what output you get, and you can share it with me. Basically, you'll get some practice.
Harvey,
Hmm.
so when we get this emails about Jenkins, about
Mm-hmm.
testing,
Mm-hmm.
Ashat is also getting this emails, right?
Yes, Askar is also
So I
getting.
think
Askar is also, yeah.
he's the receiver. So, so when we inform about this failing,
Mm-hmm.
so we have he's also getting these failures, but we
Yes.
have to point out this from all a bunch of emails, right? So he's not like he's the
Yes.
receiver. He's not looking at every testing, right?
Yes.
So
So what you will be doing is you can just hop on the like if this is wait. So here the tests are passed, right? And if you receive an email, for example, tomorrow it says failed. You can just ping in
mhm,
the group, Askar, this and this a test on Zoro has been failing, and I'm checking
mhm,
it. You can go to the output, view test job console. You'll see
mhm,
the output here, and you'll see all the things that are being failed.
mhm,
You can see how it got failed, what's happening, and then you can ping in the group that Askat, I saw that this test is failing. Hopefully, you
mhm,
need to check the code here somehow, like
mhm,
like this.
mhm.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but if something happening again and again, repeating, we
Mm-hmm.
will know, right? We won't be sending again, right? Like we see something failing every day, then the whole team knows about it, and we don't have to repeat this every time, right?
Yes, if it's failing
Yeah, yeah.
for
I see right now like failed pipeline or something. So this is something not solving or what?
yeah, it's because that particular server is not having the required validation that we need. That is Java version, Tomcat version, and the branch.
Okay, so we will know
So
in the future, right?
y
Yeah.
yes, once that
We'll,
particular server is on, like all these two versions and that branch, it'll start with the pipelines, and we'll see emails like this. If it's successful, we'll see the email. Even if it's not successful, we'll see the email. If it's not successful, that time you hop on the like the console output, you'll see what's happening, and then you can report to Askat in the group. I remember day before yesterday, Aaron reported to me and Askat that he noticed one pipeline was continuously failing on Zoro.
where you did it or what?
Yeah, Aaron reported it. So that's Aaron, you reported to Askat also, right?
I don't know.
Here.
Yeah, Aaron reported to Askat also. So I mean, yeah, that's the way you report to us. But I'll add him to the group, and we can like you can report it in the group itself.
But he needs
Um,
details, right? Like not only a message that said this is failing. He needs other details as well, or not really.
your voice is not clear. Just mm,
Uh, I was saying, does he need other details as well? Like he, he clearly does not just need us to say this is failing. He also needs the details why it's failing.
exactly. Yes, yes. The details as well, and the details you'll understand once you read that document, the second document that I shared, that's related to the output. So when you see that document, you'll be able to understand what's happening in the output. Mm. You remember, Aaron, you day before yesterday, you reported the pipeline was failing, and actually that was something our branch.jsp was broken the page due to some code change.
Yes, I will remember.
Yeah,
Excuse me, Harvey, if the in the first link you see, in my case, I can open, and the first link is in the group it was what you
isn't opening for
what you
you?
s- no, I can open. Sorry.
Okay. It's you'll need to have the access for Jenkins. Who's the guy? It was Emil, I guess. Or else let me ask Askat who will give the access. Maybe I think Askat can give you the access. I'll ask him and I'll update you guys. Is it like Jess and Dina? Can you try opening
I
that link?
yeah, I do have access.
And Jess?
Let me go look at it.
Yeah.
Check. I need to open my VPN, right?
Yes. No problem. You can check it later. Dina, I remember you got the access that day only. When we were all called with
But
Askat.
during the meeting, he just
Yeah.
created like very fast.
Yeah. So this branch is deployed now on this server. So I can show you. So now I'll put the test server link here. I hopefully no test is running. Yeah. Build with parameters. From here, I'll put the server name. Lumenfire.dresbad.com and I'll build. And you'll see it'll start the test in progress. If you click on in progress, you'll start seeing the output. See? So it's at home page currently. It's at this URL. If I open this URL, you'll see what exactly is this. It's here currently. Now it will start doing it all, like all the tests. So this is how you'll put this test server name and start the test. Any questions?
The first link is not working for me. The second one is working, but the first one is
Okay, so you also need the access. I'll check it with Askat.
not. Let's yeah, let me try it again.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, Harvey, I still don't have access to first link. Is that
Yes, Aaron, I need to speak with Askat and he'll be providing you the access. And once you have the access, I'll just ping in the group.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Is the first one different from the second one? Because I can access the second link, but not the first one.
Okay. I'll check that.
But they both take me to like Jenkins, but the second one is working. The first one is not working.
Okay, I'll ask Askat, yes, to provide you the access. Uh, so I'll share some branches and you can try running the test. So we've got two servers. I'll put it in the group. One is Bodhi Rook. And one thing you can see is, so for example, you're using Bodhi Rook. On the left hand side, you'll see the last user who's been using that particular test server. So this is Zoro. You see, Askat was using, and yes, please don't use Zoro and Yoda, these two servers. I'll put it in the group, the servers we have. That is one Bodhi Rook. Other one was, I usually use this server. Then there's one more server, I don't remember the name. I'll share the name of that server also. You can use these test servers to deploy the branches. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'll stop the recording.